Hey everybody, hopefully you're doing well. Today here we have a Stihl BR700 leaf blower that somebody brought in, and the pull cord's broken off, obviously, as you can tell. So taping this video a little differently. I actually have a leaf blower, another leaf blower running right now while I video this. So I decided to just remove all the sound and then kind of do a voiceover of kind of what I'm working on actually for the actual video. So something different today. Hopefully it works out okay. But yeah, so taking out the 3 Torx screws off the cover here, pretty easy to do. You obviously could see the handle on the other side, and then in a second here I'll move the video camera and you'll be able to see the broken cord on the inside. It was actually like super tight and wrapped around in a couple different places, so definitely needed to be replaced. And it was time. So here guys, this spring can be a little tricky to take off. I found it's a little screwdriver to be the easiest thing to use, just to kind of pop it off to one side. There's a little washer on there, so make sure you put that aside. See it fall out there. So that just goes on the top of that before you put the spring on. And then there you can see how wrapped around it is actually. In a second we'll actually pull it out and pull it around. So make sure those are in the right spot. We got to replace them a couple times because we have so it is easy to put it back in, so don't stress about it if it pops out, but and then here I'm just pushing the wood through so that it'll pull it out. So a couple different ways you can do this. I find this to be the easiest way, so I actually run the cord through the whole unit to start with it being still the full long piece of line. I found that to be the easiest way, just to be able to make sure you have enough cord. I find a lot of the time the cords are pretty short on these things, and I like to have a bit more pull. If you do it the way that they typically are, it's really pretty short. I think they recommend like 3 times around when you wrap it here, and I'll show you in a second what I mean by that. But I think I end up going 4, so you get another 2 to 3 inches probably of pull, which for me personally, I like that. And obviously it's kind of a personal preference, but it's just what's worked for me in the past. So yeah, put the pull cord back on, put the washer on, and then that little spring that goes over top of those plastic pieces. I think I missed one of the plastic pieces that pop up here, so that's why I'm redoing it. Sorry, the video is kind of not the best angle, but it's what I was able to do. So here guys, you can kind of see how I'm just circling it around. So you want to go counterclockwise. Try to keep the cord up and above, which is what I'm kind of doing here, and which you can't really see fully, but so 3 times around, and then I think I go 1 extra time, just like I said, to have that extra little length on the one side. But once again, as with most of these things, it's a pretty easy fix. It just takes some time. Even if you don't do it properly and you need to do it again, like it takes, this whole video I think is going to be under 7 minutes. And when you're not videoing it, things go a lot quicker because things tend to not go wrong, I find. So I guess I can work on my video angles here a bit better. But so here I'm just letting it back in. So yeah, I went around 4 times. It'll stop obviously at that length. And then you can see that I'm able to actually just tie off that end on this side, and you know that you have enough cord, so you don't have to stress about if you have enough cord or not, which I find to make it a lot easier. So one thing I will note when you are doing this, make sure, especially on this end, that you tie a few knots at least. I find this nylon rope to be pretty thin, so you can pull it right through the cord, and then you still have the same, or through the handle kind of thing, so you can still have the same kind of issue. So yeah, make sure you do, I think I ended up doing 3 knots here. And I think the third one too, I kind of go over top of the second one, just add a bit more thickness to it so that it can't go through that handle. And yeah, just cut off the end. I end up trimming it a bit more too because it gets pretty frayed here, I think, if I remember correctly. So yeah, good to go, working fine. Time to put it back on the blower. So once again, just the 3 torque screws. Sometimes you do have to move the, I guess it'd be called the flywheel or whatever. You just might have to turn it a little bit. Just when you're putting this back on, it needs to sit kind of obviously level on it. So one thing too with this, just make sure you don't do them in too tight to start with. I find sometimes if you do that, then it's hard to get the other ones in. And then also don't tighten these too much. I've done it before with the drill, and actually it's been hard to pull the cord, so I think it just got too tight on the actual machine. So yeah guys, so super easy fix. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. I'm sorry I haven't put out as many videos as I'd like to. It's just been super busy with life and everything, but really enjoy doing these, and it's been fun to get out here and do another one. And let me know in the comments if you like this kind of commentary. Anyways guys, thanks again. We'll see you next time. Bye.